Welcome back to the channel, YouTubians. Paddock Card Scale Dreams. First off, I just want to thank everyone for their support in the last couple videos. Comments, likes, thumbs ups, the views. Really appreciate it. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the tools that I like to use. These are the tools that I probably use in pretty much every build. You know, I'm not talking about like paintbrushes or sandpaper, sanding sticks, or anything like that, which we all probably do use. Not saying it's not important, but these are kind of like my top tools that now that I have them, I'll never go back to building without them. So yeah, I'll just get you guys turned around. We'll have a look at each item. So there's kind of four, and then I'll kind of just go over how I use it or whatever. Okay, so I'll get you turned around and we'll have a look at what I use. Okay, so this first tool is it's a scriber. I got this off Amazon. I'm not going to leave a link because the Canadian website and American, which I'm sure most of you that are watching this are from the States. At least that's what they tell me in in like my monthly reviews or whatever. Mostly everybody's from the States, but anyways, I'm not going to leave a link, but you can find this on Amazon. Just look at Scribers if you want to pick this up. So what it is, it's got the tip, and it comes with 6 tips, well 7 actually, and they're all different widths. I got number 3 in right now. Comes with an extra screw to tighten this down, with a little Allen wrench, and obviously the little plastic case to keep it all in. But you can also pop this off and keep things in here. It's kind of hard to come off, that's why I don't use it. I wouldn't really want to keep my tips in there anyway. I think this is better suited so they don't chip or anything. But they're pretty robust. They're thick. They're strong, durable, and you can not only use them for scribing, but you can use it to scrape, all sorts of stuff like that. So it's a really good tool. That's why I have the thicker one in there. I was using it to scrape out some stuff on the last time I used it. But this, I find, doesn't jump out of your line that you're scribing out very easily. I know I used to use the back of a hobby dull blade, and I had a lot of mishaps with that. And the handle is really nice as well. And it's really easy to change these tips. Just loosen it off, change it out. So obviously when you're scribing, you want to make sure you're 90 degrees, you're following, and you don't have to go very deep with these either. Depending on which tip you're using, they scribe really well. So that's number 1 that I got. And then I'm sure everybody knows what these are. These are for, you know, a lot of detailing for engines and wires and all that sort of stuff. So these are invaluable for me. So I do have these ones. Sorry, got interrupted there. So yeah, I have the hand drills. I also have the bits, and they work with this pin vise. But I also have, I bought a set years and years ago. These are thicker ones. Good for other stuff, when you're scratch building and stuff like that. And then I also have this, so this can sink your hole. So you just get that, put this in wherever you need it to start, and start your hole. So that's that. Then I have these, this is a punch, so leather punch, I think they're originally called. So you get this little, you get multiple tips with it. And these are the, how wide they are, the radius or whatever you call it. But I do have another smaller one that's less than 2 millimeters. That's probably 1.5 millimeters. So what I use with this stuff, and I use this kind of coincides with this. This is embossing foil. So you get a hard surface underneath. You know, you get the whatever width you want. Say you want to make a cover for your rad. So it's just simply press that down. This stuff is real pliable too. It can bend and do whatever. I love embossing foil. That's really good stuff. Okay, and then you get your little pin out, poke this out, then you have a perfectly round circle. So there's your cap for your rad. It's pretty easy to use. I love using this. Use it quite often. So that's that. Let's get this stuff put away. And then the last tool, detailing tool I want to talk about is UV resin. So I love this stuff. I've had it for a little over a year now, almost 2 years. And I literally use this on every single build. I put it on the lights. Sorry, not the lights. The like the marker lights, turn signal lights. Even if it has a lens, I'll put UV resin over it because it makes it even more realistic. And it's clear, right? So you can see the lens underneath, the pattern on the lens. It's just awesome. You can use it on your gauges. Use it for detailing photo etch stuff. Really good tool. So it just comes with a light. Like I said, got this on Amazon. I got 2 of these bottles and the light. Pretty good deal. So all you do is you put a dab of this down, use a toothpick to apply, get some on a toothpick, and then you dab it on whatever it is that you're wanting to use it on. Then use your toothpick to make sure it's all flat and covers the whole area. It does level out, but it takes a while, so you can manipulate it with your toothpick to get all the corners, which is what I do. So again, this UV resin is awesome. I love this stuff for making realistic light glass, headlights, tail lights, gauges, keychain rings for photo etch, on your photo etch. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. And if you've never used it, you got to try it. It's definitely recommend all of the stuff that I've showed you guys today. And so yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Excuse me. So thanks for checking out the video. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll talk to you all soon. And pat out, model on. So yeah, hopefully you've gotten something out of this video. If you haven't, let me know what kind of tools that you like to use, that you use almost on every build. You know, excluding like sandpaper and paint brushes and tweezers and, you know, that all that stuff that we all use. A good hobby knife, of course. So yeah, let me know if you use this stuff and any other uses I may have not mentioned. Let me know. So thanks for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone's doing well. Prayers for those who need them. And pat out, model on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.